welcome to another vlog. Today I've got a lot of things to do around the house and I want to work on making my home a more sacred space. This is something that's very important to me as a homemaker and somebody who spends a lot of time at home. I like my surroundings to be very peaceful and serene and magical as well. The color of the day today is lavender and the incense of the day is rosemary, which I actually have for once. So I'm burning my rosemary incense back here. And I'm also burning my energy cleansing crystal because I'm going to be purifying my home today. So this was a gift from a subscriber and it is a beautiful New Moon Beginnings energy cleansing candle. And I started burning it on the night of the new moon and I am going to continue to burn it until the full moon. And it does I believe it does have some lavender in it, and also it has like some amethyst crystals in it. It's really cool. I don't have any tops that are lavender. I like to wear the color of the day to kind of connect with the day's energy, but I don't have any lavender tops. I do have my amethyst, which is kind of a lavender color, and then I have lavender pants on. So I got these pants at the Goodwill bins. They're a little oversized and a little long, but let me tell you, they are so comfortable. And that's what I'm going to wear to work on my house today. If only I were a few inches taller, they wouldn't be too long, but I'm all right with it. I think they're really cute. They're like a purple and lavender tie-dye, and they fit me pretty well besides the length. I absolutely do not have enough purple and lavender tops, especially with purple being my favorite color. I have a purple cardigan, but I don't have any purple shirts. I used to have one, but it got too big for me now since I've been losing weight. So I don't know. Just something I'm gonna keep an eye out for, I guess. I will tell the universe I want purple shirts and hopefully they will come into my life. So the first thing I need to do is get a refresh on my coffee, y'all. I still have some coffee left over from this morning. This is Door County's breakfast blend. Not my favorite. It's good coffee, but it's coffee flavor. And I have really gotten to where I like a cinnamon or vanilla or hazelnut or some kind of flavor in my coffee. And this is just plain. But you know, we could probably put a little hazelnut syrup in there, but that makes it too sweet for me. I don't know. I don't really like any sweetness at all in my coffee, but I like flavor. So that's kind of hard to do unless you get a flavored coffee. First of all, I wanted to share with you my daily and weekly cleaning schedule. So I think one of the most important parts of making your home a sacred space and making your home a peaceful retreat for yourself and your family is to keep it as clean as possible. And I am not the best housekeeper in the world, but I do enjoy cleaning and I try my best, okay? I don't want to come across like I'm some kind of perfect housekeeper because I am obviously not. You can see my house. But I did create for myself a daily and weekly cleaning schedule, and I'm going to show that to you now. So I actually think it'll be easier just to put this as a screenshot up on the screen instead of try to show it to you through the camera lens. So here is my daily cleaning. I do this a week at a time so that I use less paper, and I could definitely handwrite this, but I just don't find it that fun to handwrite, so I print it out on my computer and then I use the back sheet of the paper the next week. And you can see I have Monday through Sunday listed. My week starts on Monday, and then I have each room listed and the things that I need to do daily in each one of those rooms. So laundry, I straighten up, take out trash, wipe off the freezer, sweep, and do a load of laundry. And then so on and so forth. You can see the list there. That's everything that I plan to get done on a daily basis. I don't always get to all of them, but this is what I plan to do. Now, here is my weekly cleaning checklist. I print this out once a week, and these are the things that I try to get done each week. So each day of the week, I choose a different room to focus on deep cleaning. Today is Monday, so we're gonna focus on the kitchen. This is when I clean the coffee pot, clean the outside of the cabinets, clean the inside of the oven, mop, wash the rug, wash the tablecloth, deep clean the benches, wash my cutting boards, clean up the refrigerator. It's a lot. Monday is a lot, y'all. It's like compared to Thursday where I just clean tub, toilet, and mop. The kitchen is just the heart of the home, and that's where most of the dirt is, at least in my house. So I spend the most time in my kitchen and the most time cleaning my kitchen. So these are the things, like obviously if you made your own schedules, it's gonna vary depending on what you have in your house. Like for example, one of my things on the list is to wash Gibbon's food dish, and these are just kind of things that are very specific to my home. But maybe that can give you a little inspiration for creating your own. And I know if you go to flylady.net, she has a lot of like cleaning lists and stuff that you can use to get inspiration from. So I just hang these on the side of my refrigerator like this. And then I keep a pin nearby so I can just check off as I do each item. All right, now we've got our schedule ready to go. and we're ready to get started. So what I do is I do all of the daily cleaning first throughout my whole house, and then I go back and do the weekly deep cleaning. That way, if something comes up and I'm not able to get to the weekly cleaning, at least I got my daily done, and that helps a lot. And another thing that I do is set a timer for myself. So I use the Pomodoro method. In the past, I've used the 15-minute blocks at a time, but my favorite thing to use is the Pomodoro method. And this is, I use an app called Focus Keeper, and this is what it looks like. So I have a task of work and cleaning. I use this method both when I'm working and when I'm cleaning. You work for 25 minutes at a time, and then you take a 5-minute break. And the timer counts down for you and lets you know when to switch from working to break. And then after you do this 4 times, then you take a long 25-minute break. And it just helps me to stay focused, stay in the cleaning zone, and get so much done. Also helps with working or any kind of task that you have to do. I will link to the app down below, but you can just search for it. It's called Focus Keeper. I believe there's a premium paid version, but I just use the free one because all I really need is the timer and that it keeps track of my blocks of time. So another way to make your home more like a sacred space is when you're cleaning, to clean with intention. I do magical cleaning. I think that's part of being a witch, and specifically a house green kitchen witch, is everything that you do has magic in it. The mundane is magic, cleaning is magic, everything is beautiful and magical, and you can add magic to your everyday life just like I do. So take for instance my homemade cleaners. This cleaner is my kitchen cleaner. It's made with lemon, and it is infused with love and joy, which are magical properties of lemon. You can infuse your household cleaners with any feelings that you want, any intentions that you want. Happiness, love, joy, peace, serenity, all of those are really good. You can use correspondences, which is what I do. So like, for example, because this is made with lemon and lemon oil, I will use the properties of lemon, which are love and joy. If I use pine, for example, for like a floor cleaner, I might infuse that with properties of protection to protect my home. And those are just a few ideas. I'm gonna make a blog post about this and put a lot more ideas for you if you want to check that out. But I just want to show you how I kind of do this. So the first thing I do is just hold the bottle in my hand that contains the cleaner. And you can do this even if you don't use homemade cleaners. If you just use like natural cleaners that you buy from the store, I wouldn't recommend using chemicals, but any kind of natural non-toxic cleaner that you use, you can do this process on. So I just hold it in my hand, close my eyes. Now this one's already been infused with energy by me, so I'm just doing this as a demonstration for you, okay? So I'm gonna close my eyes and take 3 or 4 deep breaths to kind of just center myself and clear any negativity out of my body. Now when I take deep breaths, I do a visualization, and I visualize when I'm breathing in, I breathe in golden flecked, beautiful, positive air. And when I breathe out, I breathe out black smoke out of my nose. And that's all the negativity that I might be, you know, subconsciously holding on to or unintentionally holding on to in my body. And I breathe that out. And when I do this 4 times, I breathe in the golden air. The first breath, I breathe out the black smoke. I imagine it's black and dark coming out of me. And you can breathe it out of your mouth or nose. The second breath, I breathe in the golden air, and then I breathe out a dark gray smoke coming out of me. And then the third breath, I breathe in the golden air, and I breathe out just a very light white smoke. And then the fourth breath, I breathe in the golden air, and I breathe out completely clear, I'm completely cleansed of all negative feelings and intentions. And you can do it more than 4 times too. I might do a 5th breath, and in the 5th breath, I breathe in the golden air and I breathe out the golden air, meaning I am filled up with positivity and love and kindness and happiness, and there's nothing else negative left inside me. So that's a little exercise that I do a lot for various different things. Anytime I'm gonna work any kind of magic or do anything with magical intention, I always try to just cleanse my breath in that way. And it really helps me feel grounded, and it helps me I feel like it helps my intention more. So even if you don't want to do the visualization, just take a few deep breaths anyway. So once I've done that, then I will hold out my hands like this, and I will hold the bottle in my hand, and I will close my eyes, and I will imagine the feelings, the property, the intention that I want to infuse this with. So for lemon, we're gonna do love and joy. So I'm gonna feel love and joy in my heart. I'm gonna remember how it feels when I'm in love, when I feel the greatest joy that I can muster up inside myself. I'm gonna feel that feeling, and then I'm gonna visualize it running from my heart, down my arms, into my cleaner, okay? And then I'm gonna do that for a couple minutes, as long as I feel it takes to really push all of that energy of love and joy into this liquid solution in my hand. It helps a lot if you really feel it, really tap into those feelings. And if you're doing protection, you can feel protective feelings that you might have felt around children or pets. If you're doing peace and serenity, feel a deep peace and serenity in yourself and just infuse this object in your hand with those feelings. Do it through visualization and also through actually feeling those feelings, and then imagining in your mind's eye that is coming from your heart, down your arms, and into this object. Then once you feel it's done, it's done. Now, every time you use this to clean something in your home, you're not only using it to physically clean, but you're using it to spiritually clean as well. And whatever feelings that you put in here, you're gonna spread those around your house. So if you feel your house needs more happiness, needs more love, joy, whatever it needs more peace, then you can spread that around while you clean. And that's one of the very basic ways to make your home more of a sacred place for yourself and your family. So this is something I've started doing, and I've really noticed a difference in how my rooms feel, the energy in my rooms. Okay, now we're ready to get started physically cleaning our space. My first 25-minute block of chores is up, and I realized I was starving. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I haven't eaten yet. So I stopped to take a lunch break. I am having 2 hamburger patties with butter, and these are hamburgers that we cooked on the grill yesterday. And then I'm having a glass of iced green tea. I probably will have some more coffee in a little while because, like I said, I still have so much to do and I need the caffeine. Okay, I don't need it, I want it, let's be honest. But anyway, for now, I decided to take a break off the coffee and switch to green tea. So I'm just gonna eat my lunch and get right back to it. The only thing I have left to do for my daily cleaning in the kitchen is sweeping, and then I'm gonna hit up the laundry room. The laundry room needs a lot of help. And today I also want to start purging the laundry room. I'm giving myself 3 days to go through everything in there as part of our getting ready to move sequence of events. I'm giving myself 3 days to work on the laundry room. We're gonna make 3 different piles of things. Basically 1 pile to donate, 1 pile that we're gonna take with us, and 1 pile that we're gonna throw away. And we're gonna try to throw away as little as possible, but you know, we've got trash. I don't know what to say. Oh, actually 4 piles, I'm sorry. The 4th pile is recycling. So if we find boxes, you know, paper, anything that we can recycle, we will recycle that. So I'm thinking I might not take you through my entire house cleaning today, just because it's going to take way too much time, and I really want to focus on the aspect of sacred space today, and also hopefully we can do a little decluttering as well. Andrew's getting ready to go to work, y'all, and he wanted to have some more coffee to take with him, so we're going to make some Naughty or Nice grog, which is one of our flavors from Door County. I forgot what this one is. It's cinnamon, nutmeg, and dark rum. So while I'm waiting on the coffee to get done, I can't wait. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep moving because I got so much to get done tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and move to the laundry room. I'm not gonna sweep the kitchen until I finish the laundry room so I can just sweep both rooms at the same time and be done with it. So let's move in here. The first thing that I have on my list of chores to do in here is to straighten up. And to me, that means just to put things away if they're out of place or not where they belong. The laundry room is It's pretty bad. Let me just show you. Okay, so you can see all of our shelves and stuff are like overflowing with stuff in here. We just have these open shelves, which look really junky. I'm not a huge fan of open shelves, but that's what we've got. And then the freezer has all kinds of crap on it. I've got clothes that need to be put away. There's clothes over here that need to be put away. Clothes in there that need to be put away. Clothes down here that need to be washed. The floor needs to be swept and mopped. The walls need to be clean. So we're gonna start just by straightening up the shelves. And I might as well do my purging while I'm doing this. So this is the animal shelf where we keep all of our animal stuff, our pet food supplies, and we pretty much need everything that's on here. We have these rawhides, which we really haven't been giving them very much lately. We have all their treats here. We have Gibbon's food here. Some more dog treats. I'm actually gonna move all the treats together. Oh, I didn't know we have 2 packs of cat treats open, which I think I opened one and Andrew must have opened one. He probably didn't see the one I opened. Okay, so we got 2 open cat treats here. And I'm gonna move the dog treats over here, so just so we can kind of keep things organized, keep all their treats together. Okay, and then we've got food. So I've got Gibbon's food right here, and then he's got 2 little extras from the previous box. And the dog canned food is back behind here. I know you can't see it, but it's back there. And then this is the dog's kibble. I'm gonna put that right there, and then I'm gonna put all of their clean bowls right here. And then down here we have this box, and this is just random stuff. Like this is where we keep their harnesses for walks, their brush, just like random stuff, like extra toys and stuff we have in there. So everything in there is good. Also the filter for the water fountain. So I mean, that's pretty much good. There's nothing here really that I need to get rid of, so that's good. We do need to get rid of some stuff up here on this other shelf. I hope I'm gonna be able to reach this stuff. So we have the crock pot, which, oh my god, I just realized I need to start a roast for dinner. I'm gonna have to cook later. Okay, we gotta start a roast. Then we'll come back and finish this. Oops. Alright y'all, so I'm just gonna take this roast out of the package, season it up, and throw it in the crock pot. Not too much to it. I know you've seen me make roasts like probably half a dozen times before, but this is just like a regular part of our diet. It's chuck roast. It's a very good fatty meat. I'm gonna use my garlic and herb seasoning mix, of course. And all I do is just pour the seasoning on, put the roast in the crock pot, and set it to high for 6 hours, and we're good to go. Man, I just cleaned the counters too. I should have done this before I cleaned the counters so I didn't get seasoning all over the place. Ooh, this is a thick boy. Alright, we're going to put it in there. I'm going to season the other side inside. And let's turn on the heat or power to high for 6 hours, and we've got dinner in 6 hours. And the coffee's done, so we gotta take a little coffee break. Let me get a cup back here. You also have to have a little humor in your day-to-day life, you know? Because if you can't laugh, you'll cry. I didn't break my favorite mug, thank goodness, my Taurus mug, but I did drop it pretty hard. I'm gonna get a little cream, get a little coffee. I'm feeling like I probably don't need to drink any more coffee because I feel pretty caffeinated, but damn it, I just can't help myself. Oh, I just saw something in the fridge that I want to show you. Baby, coffee's ready. So we found this at Natural Grocers. This is Mountain Valley spring water. This is the water from our hometown in Hot Springs. What are you doing? Getting ready for coffee?
No, I'm expressing my contentment with the water.
Oh, he loves the water. We love this water. This is the water that you can bottle straight from the spring in our hometown of Hot Springs, and it came from there. And we found this in Natural Grocers. It's such good water, like it's sent all over the country. And it says on the back, source Garland County, Arkansas. And we were like just so happy to see this that we bought a couple bottles, and it was incredibly cheap too. But once we get back home, we will never have to buy water again, and we will have the healthiest possible water you could ever get as a human being, because we just go directly to the springs and fill up our water bottles. And we drink it, our pets drink it, it's wonderful. But we just wanted to have a little taste of our hometown water. I love that there's a picture of the mountain and forest on front too.
Oh, how cheap it is?
Yeah, it was only $1.69 a bottle in a glass bottle, which obviously we can recycle, so no plastic. I love that. And it says bottled in the Ouachita Mountains, USA. I'm so proud of Mountain Valley water. We grew up always drinking this and having this, and seeing it like in other states is so cool that other people appreciate it. Okay, we're back in business now. So Andrew is so excited too. He's been going through his stuff, and we realized as he was going through his things that he owns very little things, and that most of the things in this house are mine. And I was like, that's true. He's like, I've gone through everything I own. What should I do now? I'm like, I don't know. Yes, dear. The dogs think because I'm in here near their shelf that it's dinner time, but it's not dinner time. They have kibble, they're fine. Okay, anyway, so yeah, most of the stuff in the house is mine. You know, that's because I do have hoarding tendencies, but I'm trying my best to fight against those. So that's what we're doing now, is we're purging. So right here I have a stack of pots and pans. Some of these I do not need and I never use, so we're gonna get rid of some of them. So first of all, we have this awful Teflon pan, which it's so cheap and crappy. It doesn't even like sit flat. I do use this to cook bacon, but I don't want to use it to cook bacon, so I'm getting rid of it. What I'm doing is, like, everything that I own, I am touching it and asking myself, do I want to bring this to our new house? Do I want this in my new life? And if the answer is no, it's gotta go. So this is going into the donation pile. And then, okay, I do use this enamel pan, and I think that I'm gonna make this my candle making pan, so I am gonna keep that. I have this little small enamel pan that I never ever use for anything, but I'm struggling. I don't wanna let go of it, and it makes no sense to keep it, but I don't want to. Hoarding Cindy. Okay, I have to get in touch with my inner self here. Examine my feelings about why I can't get rid of this pan that I have never used. There is literally no reason to keep this pan. I have 2 stainless steel pans the same size that work way better than this. It's time to let it go, Cindy. It's time to let it go. So we're gonna let it go, all right? That was not easy for me. These are the decisions I have to make today. And then I have cast iron. So what I would like to do is replace that awful cheap one with this cast iron skillet and start using this as my bacon pan. So I am gonna keep this with the intention to actually use it. Okay, so I kept 2 pans and I got rid of 2. All right, feel good. This right here is, I'm definitely keeping this. It is the only covered dish I have, and I usually use this to bring food to like family gatherings because it has a lid on top. So yeah, we definitely use this several times a year, and this actually came from my grandma. Bella, excuse me, I'm trying to talk here. This came from my mom's mom, so I gotta keep that for sentimental reasons and practical. Okay, if it has sentimental and practical, then you just have to keep it. Now over here on this side, you can't see over there, but I have a mixer, which I honestly don't know if I should keep this or not. I don't really see myself using a mixer ever again. But what if I do need one? And then I don't have it? These are the kind of things that make it difficult to let go of objects for me, personally. I guess I'm gonna keep it for now because I do think I should bring this to the new house. I'm sorry about the dogs, they're just losing their damn minds here. I have a box of sweet orange tea that I dislike tremendously. I bought a whole box of this tea and it's horrible. It's gotta go. There's no reason to keep this. We don't like it. It was a bad purchase and it's time to go. So I don't know. I think I might have to throw that away. I don't know if I can donate that. And then finally we have a rice cooker. I'm going to keep for Andrew because he does like to have rice occasionally. So I'm gonna keep that for him. And I'll ask him like if he wants to get rid of that, but I'm gonna hold on to it for now. So we're getting rid of the tea in 2 pans so far. Let me just move that over there with the stuff we're keeping. And then we have our griddle over here. So obviously we're gonna keep the griddle because I do use this to cook. But I don't know, I might be phasing out the griddle because it's a huge pain in the ass, and if I can just cook bacon in the cast iron skillet. But I'm not gonna make that decision today. For now we're gonna keep it. Then I have like an old lunchbox that Andrew used to carry his lunch in, but he has not used this in so long. We're gonna donate it. Then we have a waffle maker, which we absolutely do not need. So we are donating that. If you guys used to watch my vlogs from like a couple years ago, you might remember the chicken cooker. We no longer use this because I don't really eat chicken, and if I do eat it, I'm gonna eat it on the grill or air fryer. So it's time to donate this thing. And then the only other thing up here is an ice chest, which we are definitely going to keep. We always have use for an ice chest in the summer. So here's what we're keeping. And we cleared out all that space. So I think that's all I'm gonna do today as far as purging. I gave myself 3 days to purge the laundry room, and I've done 2 shelves. So tomorrow I think I will work on the bottom shelf and like the stuff that's we've kind of stuck back behind the washer and dryer. God knows what I'm gonna find back there. But I'll do that tomorrow, and then the next day I'll just go in and do one more sweep and finish up and see if there's anything I missed. And then I'll be done with the laundry room. I can move on to purging the kitchen. But as for today, I have to get busy on finishing my cleaning, and we're gonna do more purifying and more magical cleaning as well. The sun is shining right on my house at exactly the right angle to just illuminate this kitchen and make it so beautiful in here. I don't have any external lights on except for my tabletop light, but that's not what's doing this. It just looks so incredibly beautiful with the sunlight streaming through both the windows. I wish I had a window right here. So I think this would be the perfect time to purify the kitchen and show you how I kind of purify it as a sacred space. So I'm gonna do this with a broom, and if you're familiar with traditional witchcraft, you probably know that we often use brooms to purify a space. And this is not the same thing as sweeping to physically clean a space. This is to break up any kind of negative energy that might be hanging around in your room or in your space and sweep it away. But first, we do need to physically sweep. So to physically sweep, I'm just gonna use my nylon plastic broom for that. I'm gonna sweep out the laundry room and then sweep the rest of the kitchen. There's usually some cat litter in the laundry room that gets spilled from Gibbons. We do have one of those little mats that he can walk on, but he still gets litter out sometimes. And unfortunately, he will not use the litter box if it's covered. We've tried to put a cover on it. He does not like that. So we have to leave the cover off. Once we get this physically swept up, then we can spiritually sweep it. Okay, I feel like there was only a brief moment where the sun was shining, and now it's starting to go down. It's after 4 p.m. and it's been getting dark at like 4:30 p.m. lately. We had a partly cloudy day today. The sun came out in the afternoon. I really wish it would have been cloudy all day. I love a nice cloudy day. If you didn't know, where we live right now, we get 300 days of sunshine. So the cloudy days are a minority, so that's why I love them so much when they come. We're supposed to have a few more cloudy days this week, and then it's supposed to be sunny again. Okay, now the kitchen is clean and swept, and it's time to do our broom purification. So what I'm gonna do is take my natural bristle broom. It's made out of like straw. You don't wanna use a plastic broom for this. You wanna use something kind of natural. Honestly, I bought mine at Walmart for $6, so they're not that hard to come by. You can also use a more ornate broom, like a basum, if you have something really nice. But I'm practical in my magic, so this is what I use right here. I'm not only practical, but I'm also poor. So I don't have money for a fancy basum, but I do use this and I find it works just fine. So what you want to do to purify a room, and you can do this in every room of your house. After I clean a room, I like to do this in every room. So first of all, you want to take those grounding breaths like we did when we were empowering our cleaning supplies. Take 3, 4, 5 deep breaths. Envision breathing in the golden, beautiful, positive air and breathing out the black smoke, and just make sure you're grounded, you're centered, you feel good and positive. Then when you're ready, we can take the broom in our hand, and let me back up. And then hold it however is comfortable for you. I usually like to hold it like this. And then we're gonna start to sweep from right to left, okay? And while you're doing this, you can envision that you are breaking up and sweeping away all negative energy, all negative feelings, anything like that that's in your room, you're gonna sweep it away, you're gonna blast it away, and you're gonna just do this with visualization and with the physical act of moving the broom. And as you do this, you wanna slowly move in a counterclockwise direction around your room. Counterclockwise is traditionally associated with banishing and getting rid of negative energy. So I just move around the whole room while I visualize that my broom is breaking up and sweeping away all the negativity and leaving nothing but love and happiness and joy behind. So that's what I do. That's another way to make your home a sacred space, is to do a broom purification after you physically clean the space. And if you're just getting into magic or green witchery and you feel silly doing this, like walking around your kitchen doing this, don't feel silly. You are really accomplishing something with this, okay? Just because you can't see it with your eye doesn't mean it's not actually doing anything or it's not actually helping. And if you have to, when you're just getting used to doing things like this, like Andrew is so used to seeing me doing things like this, he could just walk by and see me in here going like this. He wouldn't even blink an eye. So you just have to get your family used to you sweeping the energy away. Sweeping negative energy away, okay? So, but if you're just starting out and you feel silly doing it, just do it when you're alone. Get a feel for it. Start to practice visualizing in your everyday life, in your homemaking. I try to make my homemaking as magical as possible, make every mundane task magical. And it brings a lot of joy and happiness to my life and to our home as well. But even if you don't want to do a broom purification or empower your cleaning supplies, there's still plenty of other things that you can do to bring magic to your home. Of course, one of the best things that you can do to purify a space is to burn incense, which today we're burning rosemary because it's the incense of the day. But you can burn any type of incense you have or make a special blend that's just for purification. There are lots of recipes online and in books. I like to burn the incense of the day, whatever that might be if I have it. If not, I'll do a general all-purpose incense like myrrh or frankincense or sandalwood. I get a lot of questions asking where I get the information for the incense of the day and the color of the day, and that is from Llewellyn's 2023 Magical Almanac, which they do a different one every year. Right now it's 2023. I will link to that down in the description box below, and you can always go to my resources page on my website where I list where I get and find all of the things that I talk about in my videos, including the incense. We're gonna burn some more rosemary from Gia's Traditions. Now it feels so good and just clean in this room. I love the way it feels after doing a broom purification and physically cleaning, that I like to burn some incense afterwards as well. And my energy cleansing candle is still burning down here too. Okay, let's light this up. This is just fantastic incense. This is from an Etsy shop called Gia's Traditions. I get most of my incense from there because she has a lot of the scents that I can't find anywhere else, and she makes them by hand too, and they're great quality. And I prefer sticks myself, but you can also use like resin on a charcoal block, or you can use cones or whatever you like. I just prefer to use sticks personally. So I'm just gonna put this in my incense holder and let it burn here in the kitchen to further purify our space. Okay, it's getting kind of dark, so let me get in some light here. So the last thing I want to talk about as far as making your home a sacred space is setting up shrines. I have a couple shrines in my house and I would like to set up more in the future. But these are just kind of places where you can collect magical items or items that are of spiritual significance to you. I like to do elemental shrines or shrines that have certain themes, but you can really set up any type of shrine you like around your house, and that helps you kind of bring nature into your home, especially if you live in a place where I do, where there's just not a lot of nature you can surround yourself with outside. There's some, but not the level I would like, so I have to bring it into me. So let me just show you an example of some of the types of shrines I have in my house and give you some ideas. And you can go way more elaborate or way more simple, just depending on your needs and what you feel is right for you. Over in this corner where the dead roses are, I want to set up a shrine there, and maybe we'll do that in a future vlog. Right now it's dead roses and some speakers, so not a shrine. So sorry about the lighting in here, but we're in the living room, and in my living room I have an elemental shrine hanging on my wall. So here I have a painting of an owl, which to me represents air, And then I have a quartz crystal and a rose quartz, which represent earth to me. The quartz crystal comes out of the earth in the place where I am from. So that's my earth symbol. And then I have a candle for fire. And then I have a vase for water. So that's my little living room elemental shrine. And I will light the candle in there at nighttime and it looks beautiful. And honestly, if you want to try your hand at an elemental shrine, you can use any symbols that are meaningful to you. For example, the owl may not represent air to you, but it does to me, and that's my way of sort of representing and bringing that element into my home. But you could do feathers or incense or a yellow candle or anything that represents that element to you. You can use things that you just have around your house, which are, this is mostly what this is, just things that I had that I thought represented the elements, and I put them together in a little shrine to remind me of nature and the four elements at all times in my living room. And in my office I have a shrine. Now this one isn't so much themed, I guess it's just nature themed in general. And I have it on top of this has now become my magical bookshelf and where I store my journals and my herbalism books and my witchcraft books. So here I have some live plants. I have my poinsettia, I have my arrowhead plant, and my Chinese evergreen, which are some of my favorite plants. The blue light is from a plant light that is currently on them to help them grow in here because they wouldn't get enough light. And then I have some crystals, of course. I have my beautiful quartz crystal that came from my homeland. I have a lovely rose quartz. And I have an amethyst that was given to me by a subscriber that I loved so much that I put on to my shrine. I have a candle that I made and I have yet to light it. And I have a couple little figurines back here. I have my raven, I have my cat, and I have a little cactus. So this is a shrine in that I light candles, sometimes burn incense on it, and it just keeps me mindful, keeps me connected to the plant world, to the earth through my crystals, and it just brings me a lot of joy in my house. And I think it helps to make my office a more sacred space. So I hope that gives you some inspiration and encouragement and some ideas on how you can make your home feel more sacred. You can make your homemaking feel a little bit more magical and just add more joy and love and happiness to your life every day. I absolutely love being a homemaker. I love to clean and just putter around my house and cook and do projects. And it's like my dream life, and I'm so happy that I'm able to share it with you here on YouTube. And I thank you so very much for watching. And before you go, I do need to stop and thank my viewers who bought me a coffee. So I want to thank Annis, who bought me 10 coffees. Thank you so much, Annis. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Corin, who bought me 3 coffees and who always gets my Tim and Eric references. Thank you. I think you're probably the only one. Thank you, Aurelia, for buying me 5 coffees. I really appreciate that. I hope I said your name right. Thank you so much, Kayla, for the 3 coffees. I really appreciate it, guys, and your comments were so sweet. I always love getting those. Thank you so much. And if any of you out there would like to support the channel and buy me a coffee, it's a donation of $2 or more. You can find the link down in the description box below. And one more thing I want to tell you, if any of the things that I talked about today really resonate with you and you want to learn more, I would really recommend reading this book called The Green Witch by Erin Murphy Hiscock. This book really changed my perspective on witchcraft and the things that are important to me in my practice, and really showed me how I can make my practice my own. So if you're interested in green witchcraft, highly recommend this book. I'll link to it down below. Many of the things that I talked about today were inspired by this book, and many of the things I do in my everyday practice came out of this book. All right, just wanted to throw that out there, and now I will let you go. I hope you're having a wonderful winter season so far. I hope you have a great night, and I will see you with a new vlog very soon. Bye.